Do the Shahada. You said you've been looking into Islam for months now. Can I ask you what made you change your mind from, rejecting Islam? Because you said initially you had bad feelings about Islam, and what changed that for you?
I just started seeing the passion for God, for Allah, and the spirit, the brotherhood. Just once I started looking into Islam, it became a no-brainer really, and it was the opposite of everything
that you'd heard, basically.
That I heard,
yeah. And this is one of the reasons to make this video really is that just to encourage other brothers and sisters out there who may have a perception about Muslims and Islam, and just saying, look at it with an open mind and an open heart. If you're going to believe the propaganda, the lies, and you're going to look at some bad Muslims behaving badly, then yeah, of course, you're going to hate Islam, you're going to hate Muslims, right? But if you tackle it with an open heart and an open mind and look into the teachings, what does it actually teach? What do Muslims actually as a whole believe? It's a very different picture. Would you agree?
Definitely.
Yeah?
And it seems like if Islam became the main religion or the dominant religion in the UK, it was just like all of our problems, social, economic, it would just go overnight. It really would.
Yeah. And that's the point, because Islam is a way of life.
And bringing us all together.
Yeah, it's not just about standing on a prayer mat, but it's about how you conduct yourself in society and the rules of society and how they're gauged to maximize the benefit and lessen the harm.
It's basically teaching you how to be a good person.
A good person, right? And also adopting good practices, which not only affect yourself, but have a huge impact on society as a whole, right? So, one of the things I bring up sometimes is alcohol. I know it's very socially accepted and it's just what we do in England, right? Generally speaking, of course. But then if you look at how it affects marriages, relationships, crime, and when we look at the statistics, we realize that actually, as difficult as it might seem, but to give up something like that would have huge benefits on society, right? And so I'm very, very happy for you, very pleased for you. Inshallah, we're going to exchange details and we will try to support you and help you in your journey. But it was a real pleasure. Was there anything else that you wanted to say to encourage other, perhaps English people to say, look, what was it that really sort of changed your mind and your perception about Islam, and perhaps encourage them as well to look into it?
Just look into it. Don't believe the posts what come on your feed.
Yeah.
Like really look into it.
Yeah.
And just look at the brotherhood among and the sister. Just look at how it brings everybody together.
Yeah.
Now you've got people in society who the neighbours, and they don't even know the neighbour's name, they don't talk to them or anything, and they're just like, we're totally apart.
Yeah.
But I think Islam would definitely bring us all back together.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. Well, that was a real pleasure, Luke. Nice to meet you. Let me give you another hug as well. MashaAllah. Very brave decision. Alhamdulillah. May Allah, inshallah, reward you. Thank you. So as we can see, brothers and sisters, we've got the example of Brother Luke, who's come all the way from Newcastle. Alhamdulillah, this religion of Islam, if studied properly, with an open heart and an open mind, it draws people in because it encourages goodness. It encourages a brotherhood that doesn't just extend to your Muslim brother and sister, but your brother and sister in humanity. Whether he's a Jew, whether he's a Christian, whether he's an atheist, he is still your brother and sister in humanity, and he has rights over you as a Muslim. And so when we truly adopt those teachings, we truly adopt our religion, then the people who view Islam will view it with that lens. So as ambassadors, all of us, Muslims, please, let's try to learn our religion, behave in a way that truly reflects the teachings of Islam, not cultural nonsense, not because you want to do something in a different way, but what Islam actually tells you to do. And that in itself will become the greatest dawah, the greatest invitation to Islam. Because people judge actions greater than words. And this is a lovely saying that we have in England. Actions are always judged in a greater and held to a greater regard than words. You can say what you like, But if you're not living it and you're not acting it, if you don't come across as an honest and a just person and a fair person, then people will see that about you and they will judge your religion accordingly. So inshallah ta'ala, may Allah encourage me as well and all of us to live the religion as we've been taught to live it. And may that be an inspiration, inshallah, to bring other people into Islam as well. And may we not become, and this was a prayer that many scholars made, that may we not become a fitna, a trial for the people. In other words, our behaviors and our actions, if they become harsh and they become contrary to Islam, then they become a restrictor. They become something that turns people away from the religion. We become a trial and a fitna for the people. So inshallah, may Allah encourage us all not to be that fitna, not to become that trial for the people. And that may we become, inshallah, that bridge that brings people to the worship of the only true God, the God of Adam, the God of Noah, the God of Abraham, the God of Moses, the God of Jesus, the God of Muhammad. Peace and blessings of Allah be upon all of these prophets and all of the other prophets that came. So we're bringing people to that creator, the creator of all of humanity, all of the universe. And we're bringing them to the monotheism, which is that we completely disassociate anything attributed to the divine one and only God of Abraham and all of the prophets that I've mentioned, peace be upon them. And that you follow the teachings and the recommendations of all of the prophets, including the last prophet of Allah, the Prophet Muhammad, peace and the blessings be upon him. Jazak Allah Khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.